Friends, Romans, countrymen, welcome into this Friday Eve thing that we do every Friday Eve, where we set sail and take you across different things in the sports world. We try to set it up for you. So when you go home or when you're sitting at home and you putting up your laptop or you're cutting off because you stream this on your TV, you walk away feeling like, man, them boys is good. Them boys good. Feel good. Um, and that's what we want you to do today. And then, when you get to work tomorrow, now tomorrow it's a little different because it looks like it's gonna be an overcast day. So there's gonna be like a little dark shadow in the corner of the break room, but everybody else is gonna be in the middle. And there's gonna be a guy by the Keurig and a guy by the water cooler, somebody else in there putting their lunch in the refrigerator. And everybody's like, well, who's gonna say it? And who's gonna say it? And then this guy, all black, comes out of the shadow and he says, they didn't know who I was until I put on the mask. And everybody was like, no, man, that's not how you do that. So the guy at the Keurig was like, this is how you do it. He says, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Thursday night Throwdown. Yeah, baby. That's how you do it. From now on, that's how you do it. And with that being said, I'm the Midnight Rider. He's the big guy, KG. This is what we do. It's the Thursday night throwdown. We jumping in. We got some bad news to start off with. Then we're gonna give you some updates on the playoff system. And these playoffs have been real nice. Now there is a discussion. I don't know if you are initiated enough to have a discussion, but there's a discussion out in the WNBA circuit that maybe we can talk about when it comes to Fudd versus Miles. But I'll let you see if you want to wade into those waters. If you want to take those steps, because I know every little step you take, it might be there, but hey, I'm just letting you know. You got options, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like I said, I'm the Midnight Rider. He's the host. He's the big guy, KG. I know you can't tell because I'm talking a whole lot and he not saying a whole bunch, but it's going to switch now. So here we go. I turn it over to the host, the big guy, KG.
Number one, thank you for that rousing introduction, Midnight Rider. Number two, when you talk about that debate of Fudd versus Miles, I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn, and I be listening for the telephone.
Whoa, okay.
But when it gets that call, I'm all shook up. I can't believe they called my home. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say that.
All right, I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Welcome everybody to the Thursday night throwdown, aka Friday Eve, aka what you'll be talking about all day tomorrow. That's the Midnight Rider. I'm the big guy, KG. We in the place to be. First and foremost, the most important thing. Midnight Rider, how you feeling?
I'm good. I must admit that I know we're in the place to be, but I never went to John Jay University. And after 12th grade, I did acquire some knowledge. Never mind. I'm gonna stop. We not even 5 minutes in, and we got like 4 song references. This is gonna
be a good night.
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen, the breaking news came down and baby about 35 minutes ago. Kyle Busch, NASCAR Series champion. I think he has more wins in NASCAR than anybody else all time on each all levels combined. Passed away at 41 today. The 21st, which is the day he was hospitalized due to a sudden and severe illness, forcing him to withdraw from the upcoming 2026 Coca-Cola 600, and he died later on the day. So that's a shock. 41 years old. We don't know what the illness is. Nothing's been said. 2015 and 19 NASCAR Cup champion. 18 and 19 NASCAR Cup Series regular season champion. Won the Nationwide Series, the Southern 500. Won the Brickyard 400 in 15 and 16. Coca-Cola 618. 2017 Monster Energy All-Star Race. 2012 and 2021 Busch Clash winner. He won the Daytona pole earlier this year. 2009, 2013, and 2016 Daytona dual winner. 2009 and 2017 won the Snowball Derby. 2011 won the Slinger Nationals. All-time wins leader in the top 3 NASCAR series overall at 234. All-time wins leader in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts series at 102. All-time wins leader in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck series with 69. First driver in NASCAR Cup series to win on every track competed as of May 27, 2018. First driver to complete a triple threat in one weekend twice. Streak of 19 consecutive seasons in the NASCAR Cup Series with at least one win, which is a record. And for those of you that tune in on Saturday nights and you watch a special show that we like to call the flagship of the network, the Saturday Night WrestleManiacs, he was a WWE 24/7 champion as well. Kyle Busch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gone at 41. Midnight Rider.
Man, this is one of the ones that you hear the news and you just have disbelief. I can't tell you, like, even after Maddie put it in the thing in our chat, I think I looked like 5 other places just to make sure, and it wasn't because I didn't believe the report. It's because it just didn't make sense, because it wasn't like we were talking about him being sick the whole time. It wasn't like there was anything building up to this. It just kind of happened, and that's the part that I think catches you off guard. And you gotta, as a person, you think about, oh, um, you're this guy passes at 41. And for me, I mean, I'm 50, so like, it makes you count each time, every time you wake up and you go around this sun. Um, you got to cherish it because you don't know. I mean, the saying is always, you never know the day, the time, and the hour. And I think today was one of those, like, if you were living over your skis a little bit and not cherishing the moments, this is one of those situations where you have to come back and realize in the moment that, um, things can change, things can happen. And we've had a run lately. I almost want to say, I don't remember the last show we didn't start with a rest in peace. Um, Whether it's Sunday, Tuesday, or Thursday. I mean, we're starting with something.
I love what you said about cherishing your days that you have. Dario said to me, because he broke the news to me, I was setting up for the show, getting the studio ready, doing my roadie thing.
Mhm.
And Dario said to me, he said, May's a tough month. I said, what's going on? He said, Kyle Busch just died. I said, get out of here. And as soon as he said it, he got the alert first from ESPN. Then I got it. And I went to our group chat to say something, and Maddie had already said it. And I'm just like, what? And as somebody that has played NASCAR Heat for like the last 6 years, maybe more. I think I've been playing NASCAR Heat 5 since 19. It's either 19 or 20 I've been playing it. So I'm very familiar with Kyle Busch and that number 8 car.
Is it 8? I thought it was 4.
He got number 8. Number 8 Z01 Camaro for Richard Childress.
Oh, okay. I know Childress had the 8 because of Dale. I didn't
Yeah.
know Kyle went over to them and started driving that. Wow.
Yeah, he drives a number 8. I made sure.
No, you good. I just, for some reason, I always remember the 4 car, and it may have been in the earlier iteration. He was driving the 4 car. I'll double check it and make sure. But I know that, I mean, 8 car makes sense. Trust me, I'm not challenging you on that. But I just thought I remember seeing them in a light blue 4 car. That's all.
What's crazy is he used to drive the 18 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. And I just signed with Joe Gibbs Racing on NASCAR Heat 5. I signed with Joe Gibbs Racing after heading my own race team, I think a season ago, and I drive the 18 car. I drive the Monster Energy 18 car. And I was like, I
Oh,
love this car.
I know what I'm doing. I'm mixing up Kyle and Kurt. Kyle is the one that used to race with Joe Gibbs and drove the 18. Okay, now this is starting to make sense to me. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
I mean, it's so sudden. It just totally just threw me off.
You trying to get your bearings. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get your bearings. Um, what's crazy? 41. Like I feel like we've been talking about, and you right, we've been talking about RIPs heavy the last 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, maybe the last month. We've been talking about RIPs heavy. We had a show where we opened the show with the first 15, 20 minutes with RIPs because we were going through them. They were just coming back to back in one day, you know? Um, it
But you know what? He was one of those guys that he would push buttons. Um, he was daring enough that he didn't care who we challenged. Whether it was the big dogs or um, the mainstays of NASCAR, whether it was why does his name just fall out my head? Jeff Gordon. What's my guy number 88? Um, They used to win everything. Oh, I can't think of his name now. It's gonna kill me. When we get somewhere in the middle of the show, I'm gonna say his name, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." I don't know where that came from, but okay. But it's just, I mean, the Dale Earnhardt Juniors. His brother Kurt. Just Tony. Um, just that whole Gibbs team. Denny Hamlin and all those guys, and even that team and all the trauma they've dealt with from you know um, dealing with Denny Hamlin's parents early in the season. You
Mhm.
know, um, they kind of had the bad boys of racing with Tony Stewart and Kyle Busch. It's just, man, it's like this is fragile, man.
Did you
This is
happen to
fragile.
mean Daryl Jarrett?
No, not Dale Jarrett.
Not Dale Jarrett?
No,
Because
no, no.
you had Junior, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Gordon drove the 88. Alex Bowman did. He filled in for 10 races and 16 for Dale Jr. And he took over in 17. Shane Van Ginsberg and Connor Zilic all drive the 88 car.
All right, maybe. Oh no, no, it's the 48 car. I'm sorry.
48. Okay. I got you. I got you.
And when you say his name, I'm gonna be
Alex
so
Bowman?
mad. Huh?
Alex Bowman?
No, no, no. It's the old school dude.
Older.
Yeah, he just came out of retirement and drove a car for somebody. Um,
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sitting
had to
there
look
like
it up.
racking my brain because I know who it is. I tell you, it was like my brain was doing that Luther, that curl. It just
It just
wasn't quite.
wasn't quite turning over. But I'll be honest with you, man. This is a shock. This right here, you
Now it's even the crazy thing now is now that I've realized which Bush brother it was. It's even crazier now because I used to him in the 18 car. He was one of my guys. There were certain tracks that like I'd pick him to finish first, or I kind of had a thing where he's just the guy in that scenario. And then there's other races where I go to somebody else. Like Darlington, I used to love Denny. There were certain speedways you just had certain drivers you pick for those things, man, and it's just crazy. Now we're talking about rest in peace to a guy who was parentally. in the mix for whether it's the Winston Cup or the NASCAR, the whatever they called the series, he was always in line to be um, a champion going forward. So that's just craziness.
What's today? Today's Thursday. So tomorrow on Friday, you watch SmackDown. Expect to get a 10 bell salute. It's only appropriate that he gets a 10 bell salute tomorrow because he was
Will
a
they be
24/7 champion, huh?
will they be initiated enough to make that happen?
Uh, Not only should they be initiated, they should be aquatic enough as well. And if they do not, we have to ride it down.
Okay.
So, um, as equally as sad, AP writer Howard Fendrich passed away today as well. I tossed this over to the Midnight Rider.
This one's gonna be interesting because if you ever pay attention, a lot of times when you watch the credit line, like story written by type of thing, most regular newspapers have, the writer's name, Tony Kornheiser, Mike Wilbon. But for some reason, sometimes the AP would just say AP writer or from the AP. So it doesn't always give the writer himself credit for the pieces. Now, I've learned in just a couple hours, because Chris Russell brought him up first. Um, oh, I got to send you the thing I made about Chris Russell. Oh, I think he's going to kill me. I didn't put it on X, but yeah, I sent it to a couple people. Um, and they all laughed at when I sent it to them. But back to this, Chris broke the story, talking about how it's just he covered the Olympics and he was big on tennis. I think um, there's actually a conversation after his passing where Roger Federer made some comments talking about his relationship with him um, and recapping because he said I think we've done almost over 100 interviews. So if at any point you've read any Olympic coverage, you've read any tennis coverage, then more than likely you read this guy's work. And he may have been living in the shadows a little bit. Still a thing from our earlier conversation. Um, so you may not have always known his name or known who he was, but know he was a prolific writer in the sports industry and someone that we deserve. We like I said to KG when we did this, I was like, I don't remember his work, but I know we read his work, so we at least have to give him his flowers just for that because we know it's out there for us to read and to ascertain, but it just wasn't something that we always knew that like you can't always point to something he wrote and be like, oh, that's such and such, that's this guy, because the way the AP credits a lot of their stuff.
Absolutely correct. It, Death, grief, it's all a tricky thing, man. It's no right way to deal with it, no wrong way to deal with it. And it's just like the older I get, the more I understand things that my grandmother told me when she said, death is a part of living.
Mm.
And if you get old enough, you're going to see a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm the exception to the rule because, sheesh, I think I experienced death from the time I was 3-4 years old, and we talking 40 years. And some hurt more than others, but geez, man, I've experienced it my whole entire life. And it's rough to deal with, man. I'm not a person that does death too well.
Well, I'm gonna say it to you this way. I heard somebody say this, and I'm trying to evolve myself into being a person that understands what this is. But sometimes you have to think of it on the other side of the equation. Yes, you lost somebody, but you also had the ability and the capability to know who that person was and for them to have an impact on your life. So sometimes it is a loss, but there's also that addition because of what they added during their time in your space, in your life, becomes something that you greatly appreciate and something you always remember. So even though death is a subtraction of their physical always leaves footprints in your here and now and in your everyday life. And they call them memories. So
Couldn't have put it no better myself. And it's one of them things where when something's like that and poetic, you don't bring no rebuttal to it. So rest in peace to Kyle Busch and Howard Fendrich. Condolences to their family, friends, and fans all over of each gentleman. Respectfully, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and we're going to reset. And we're going to try to take it on a high note for the rest of the show. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are coming back from commercial. And by my count, I think we're on the 13th commercial in a row where we've had the Sideline WrestleManiacs show featured. So we don't only have one show on the network. So let me give shout outs now. This week, you should have an episode of The Gridiron, which airs Saturday mornings at 11:30. It is a seasonal show. It doesn't air every week. Uh, we have the aforementioned Saturday Night WrestleManiacs at 9 p.m. On Sunday morning, you get a little thing at 11 a.m. called the Sunday Rise. No better way to start your Sunday morning than coming in with us and letting us take you around the sports world. On Monday, now this week, it's going to be a little bit different because we got the holiday. So normally Mondays, you got Jive Time at 5 and Pretenders or Contenders at 7. But this week and this week only, Tuesday at 5, you get Drive Time. At 6:30, you get Unapologetic. At 7:45, you get the Tuesday Night Flight. You get a triple header on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we come back with the NBA's best show. It's inside stuff, and then it's nothing but net at 7:30, airing on these airwaves. C. Perry, myself, I don't think the Bahama Kid is gonna be back in time. That's Club JG. And then we also got Josh with us. And then we come back here to the Friday Eve special. I know, the commercial wise, you probably don't think all those shows exist because you only been getting one commercial the whole time. But yeah, there you go. With that being said, it's the Thursday night throwdown. I'm the Midnight Rider. He's the big guy, KG. I'm gonna turn it back over to him. And here's our guy. I knew it. Knew it. I was waiting.
Comments real quick. Anthony checking in. What's happening, Anthony?
Let's go, A.
You 25 minutes late. Like, we need you to clock in on time. We're gonna dock your pay next time. We got this. Nats 500. As of right now, no.
I think you still under. Still under.
25 and 26. Sitting at 490. 6-4 in their last 10. 9.5 games off the first place lead. 10 and 16 on the road, but 15 and 10. I'm sorry, 10 and 16 at home, 15 and 10 on the road.
These boys playing ball. KG, you were Mr. Optimistic at the beginning of the season, and It looks like your optimism is paying off so far in this season because I did not have this in at all. I was nowhere near this. This wasn't anywhere on. Um, I don't know, man. I didn't have this in the clubhouse. Like we had clubhouse bingo, and you said they were gonna be 25-25. I'd have been like, I don't know. Not at this point. Not with the pitching we have, but the guys are hitting the baseball, and whatever they're doing with the lineup. Um, I mean, we got Jacob Young with 6 home runs, which is actually this season he has more home runs to this point than he's had in his first 3 years of his career combined. Um, it's just amazing when we break this team down. They have CJ Abrams leading or tied for the lead in RBI in baseball right now. And of course, that's as of right now because there are games going on and that could change in the minutes and hours after us. Um, you got Nasim Nunez, who I think if you watch this show, I've said his name a dozen millions and millions of times talking about um, just how much I think this kid is a defensive whiz kid. I think he should be there starting shortstop. I get it. Um, Still playing Abrams there. Abrams is a top flight athlete, but I think this kid Nunez leads Major League Baseball right now in steals. Um, their pitcher staff, they just been piecing it together. But when this team leads the league in runs and doing their thing, it's just you can't you don't expect it. But it's something in the water because also you haven't seen this lately or just haven't seen this yet. But they got a kid they drafted 2 years ago in the first round, um, Seaver King, shortstop. Well, he was hitting 336 and 5 home runs at Double A Harrisburg. He's now been called up to Rochester, and right now in his first 3 games, he's 5 of 11. Uh, if he keeps hitting like this, you're going to see Seaver King in the majors. Now he may have to play third, but he'll be in the majors soon because of his bat. And if they can get another bat or a quality bat in the system, um, playing, they're going to be on point, and it's going to help them a lot tremendously. One thing I don't want y'all to do. All right, now we get to the All Star break, and this team gets to a point where they're still over five or at 500, and they're circling. What I don't want you to do is think that they're going to start acquiring pieces to make this team better. They're not going to do that. They're going to ride this out. They've been doing the numbers this whole way. They've been taking advantage of the number system the whole time. So I'm just saying, don't get your hopes high. Don't think all of a sudden we're gonna start putting this guy out there and we're gonna sign this guy or acquire this guy to trade deadline. In the words of the Kimbe Mutombo, no, no, no.
I like that you said that because it's great that you said that because you know how the fan bases can be, whether it's MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL, hell, even UFL, even soccer, whatever. You know how they can be. Oh man, if we trade this and we can get this draft pick and we can trade this guy to the farm system, we can wind up compiling 36 draft picks if we do this the right way.
Hey, keep that UFL on the docket because before we go to our topic, let's hit on something. There's something big there, especially for DC that we got to touch.
Gotcha. And he said YouTube didn't give him the thing. Didn't tell him that we was on.
Man, you should know the schedule by now.
We got NHL hockey. And as of right now,
last night.
Yeah.
Last night.
Excuse me, the Golden Knights 4, the Avalanche 2.
Mm-hmm.
You got thoughts on that game?
Oh yeah, last night. I started pretending. I thought I knew that this was going to be Colorado all the way through, but With the Golden Knights coming out and stealing game one. Now I said, I'm a big fan or a big proponent of when teams have layoffs, they can't always recreate that intensity in practice and workouts. And I think that's the best chance for the road team to steal is game one. We saw the Spurs steal game one against OKC. We saw the Cavs had the opportunity to steal game one against the Knicks, but for some reason they just like when I watch these teams now in the NBA lose leads, I almost like I yell at my TV too much because I'm like, just take the two. You know what I'm saying? But for some
What do
reason,
you mean?
I don't
What is a
know.
two? Who
I
takes
don't
the
know.
two?
Like they don't listen to Bill Withers. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. God, just the two of us, you and I. But it's just like if they just take the two, you can stop the bleeding. Or you go to take the two, you get fouled and you make the free throws. It's like you gotta just take that moment. You know what I'm saying? That one that one opportunity to just cut them, shut it down. I know you had a song. You had a song. I see it. What was the song? Go ahead.
One shining moment. It was one shining moment, and then it was gonna transition to this magic moment. But
Yeah, right. It's just that's all I'm saying. I
but
just get
you're
amazed when I
absolutely
watch
right.
when I watch NBA teams have 24-0 runs. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't compute it. Because at least at 10-0, I'm okay. All right, we good. All right, we struggling. All right, 15. All right, now if I haven't called the 20 already, we calling the 20. And we're gonna get hopefully we get it baseline out of bounds, and we're gonna run a play off of the baseline out of bounds, one of our favorite plays, but maybe we get the three in the corner if we gotta take the three, or we get the pass to the corner and the dump down to the big on the block. Like we just gotta just we gotta make it make sense. That's all. And I just don't get it. It just
When
I'm flabbergasted. I'm flummoxed. I am disoriented. I am confuffled.
kerfuffle, flummoxed. These are SAT words, ladies and gentlemen. But one thing that I noticed, Midnight Rider, when you get down, when you get down and you go on a run, and the other team you on a 10-0 run, you're down by 20, you're on a 10-0 run, so you done cut the lead in half, and they don't call timeout. I call that poor coaching. If you see somebody rolling, and this is NBA, this is college basketball, this is basketball, period. You see somebody rolling, you have to stop the momentum, especially if you're not scoring, because you need to get those guys out of the game and you need to get somebody in there that can score. When Houston went 0 for 26 from 3 against Golden State in the closeout game,
Right.
everybody wanted to blame Chris Paul for not playing. Did I say if Chris Paul would have played, would have been any different? They still would have been 0 for 26. He would have steadied the offense a little bit. But once you went 0 for 15, once you went 0 for 7 and you couldn't make a three, why did you keep shooting?
I hear you on the timeout thing, but I don't hear you on the timeout thing. And here's the reasoning. Because if I still remember, I don't know if I remember the NBA clock like I used to, but I thought it was 12, 8, 4, and 2 for your TV timeouts. So sometimes if you only get 5 timeouts and you're in a pinch, you sometimes wait for the TV timeout to bail you out instead of using your timeout. So that's why sometimes that 10-0 run becomes 15 or 16 because you don't want to take the timeout at 5 when you know a minute later you're going to get the timeout anyway. And it's like you just got to hope your guys are smart enough. So at that point, you would want your coach to call like whatever your A play is. I don't know what it is. I mean, if it's Kobe on the court, you know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We're doing this. KG, we got this.
Isolation.
We isolating. But not everybody does that. But we're gonna call our A play and get the bucket and try to break the streak.
All right, and that's a great transition. Because tonight at 8, you got the Hurricanes and the Canadiens. And transition, since we're talking about ISOs and basketball, we got the Knicks versus the Cavs. Knicks are up 1-0. Spurs Thunder is tomorrow night. That was, I believe, last night they played.
Yes.
And they evened the series up. One
Woo,
apiece, Thunder
woo,
122, Spurs 113.
woo, woo, woo. We got a series, baby. Woo, 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 woo. We got a series.
You think
And
it'll go 7?
it should. It should. The only way it doesn't go 7 is if I mean there's 2 injuries for San Antonio. I think Harper has a hamstring and De'Aaron Fox has been dealing with his hand. But Castle and Vassell and Victor, the CVV, and I'm not asking you for those 3 digits on the back of your credit card, but the CVV been doing their thing, baby. So, and I don't know if you saw the dunk last night that Castle had on, what's his name, Harvestein.
Mm.
Ooh, that'll take you to church. That'll make you might lose your religion. Eh,
I
That'll
went
make
to
you.
bed super early last. I think I got in the bed about 7:30, 8 o'clock last night.
See, this is why I still go back every morning, whether it's at 1 a.m., 4 a.m. Whenever I wake up, I always go to Sports Center and I just check out highlights and see what I missed because I know I missed something. And yeah, that dunk right there, boy, like it's a bad dunk when your teammate, like you're running in the court and your teammates behind you, like, and it's not one, it's like all of them. All of them got the. And then the bench of the other team, like they don't want to react, but you see one of these, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I said, tonight we got the Knicks versus Cavaliers. Knicks up 1-0. That's at 8. So it's pick your poison tonight when it comes to playoffs. You got NHL at 8. You got NBA at 8. So you might have to hit the old school and put the game on one TV, and then on the other TV in the living room, you got the other game, or you're just going to have to flip back and forth. I think I'll be flipping back and forth until it's time for bed. So you had some NFL news we were talking about pre-show.
Well, let's go with because hey, it's one thing that the NFL is. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And while we started the show, we got a nice little nugget that my man Matthew Stafford and the Rams agreed to a new contract. Um, Basically, it's a 1 year and 55 million. The deal is worth up to 60 with incentives. That's his extension. So he'll be tied to the Rams for the next 2 years. So that's one. All right. Let me see how fast my phone keeps up with us. Other news. Boy, I tell you, when it comes to playing in Georgia for the Bulldogs, there must be a NASCAR package that these jokers all reside by or something. So Nolan Smith of the Eagles uh, was caught nearly driving double the speed limit in Georgia. So he was doing 135 in a 70-mile-per-hour zone. Cited for speeding and reckless driving. He did post bond today. So that's another situation we got going on. Let me see if I can find the one I wanted to get to. Jack Campbell and the Lions agreed to a contract extension. Basically, it's a 4-year, $81 million deal with 51.1 million guaranteed. He gets 20.25 million per year, basically as the guidelines of the contract. The New York Giants, about 55 minutes ago. Good gosh, I didn't see this. The Giants extend Joe Shane. I don't know why, but they did.
I was going to say the same
Um,
thing. I don't know why.
let's see. Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers says, "This is it." Oh, what's that song? This is it. Ooh, love that song. Is it something like that?
I
I
think
know the
so.
melody. I just don't know the words. All right, but let me get off of that and stay off the song topics. I think we're at song 10 right now at this point, KG. Um, yeah, so Aaron Rodgers plans on retiring after playing out his 22nd NFL season. So that's the next thing we have. Of course, there's conversations about uh, are the Pats still involved in the AJ Brown trade or other teams jumping in? One team that I've heard recently was the Rams. So that's another thing. Oh, because of the World Cup, the Cowboys will be adding curtains to Cowboy Stadium. So you know how during the day games you get that blur, that the sun that comes through. So they're
Yeah.
putting curtains up to block that out. No, they need to for soccer. You
I,
can't have
I,
that. You can't have that. You can't have that in soccer.
okay. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be quick about it, and we can move on. It's a dumbass design for a daggone stadium in the first place. That big ass screen is hanging down in the middle of the field. That's a dumbass design too in this era. Now, if this was the '90s, okay, great. But that screen, you're gonna bounce a ball off of that, and it happens too often. Number one. Number two things I want to do in that stadium. One, I can't mention on air. The second thing is I would love to hook up the game and play it on that screen. But I digress.
You sure? I mean, if you sure. Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay. All right. That's oh, last thing is tomorrow is the first day that the media can go out to the commanders and um watch OTAs. So that's another thing that happens. So you will probably have fans worrying about who reported because that's always number one on the fans. Like, is it perfect attendance? If not, why did he miss it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe he missed voluntary workouts or whatever it is. So um ooh, hey, let's make sure we you see Ant in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
That's some unbreakable records. We gotta make sure we get to that later on. We ain't gotta do it now. We
I
got a
got you.
commercial break coming up soon, so let's
So,
yeah.
last topic before we go to break: UFL and local ties.
Oh man, local ties. So I don't know if people saw last week. The DC Defenders were playing whatever the team is for Louisville. I can't think of their mascot, and I apologize to them. I don't mean that in any way to lighten their importance to the league, but what happened was Jordan Tiamu, quarterback of the DC Defenders, left with a leg injury. They haven't really said if it's a knee or a hip, but he's out for the remainder of the season. There's 2 weeks left, and I think they actually have to win one of their next two to qualify for the playoffs. We're talking about the team that was the defending champions, and it was announced earlier this year that the championship game, the UFL version of the Super Bowl, was going to be played in DC at Audi Field this year. So there was an opportunity for them to do the home, be the Super Bowl champions playing in their home team. Kings, thank you, Anthony. The Louisville Kings. So that opportunity might still be on the board, but um, let's just say their chances have lessened in the moment because they lost their starting quarterback. So it's gonna be interesting. The other thing is the Birmingham Stallions finally started playing DTR, the kid from UCLA. Um, he used to play in Cleveland. Uh, he's a good quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. I think this is the perfect place for him. And then maybe he'd be some team's third or fourth QB, where maybe he play in the pinch, but you're not trying to play him on a consistent basis in the NFL. Um, but they switched to him and they kind of sparked. So it's gonna be interesting seeing how these playoffs play out because no one has really run away from the field that I can think of. And if I'm wrong, Ant, let me know. But um, Washington was kind of out there early, but with these transgressions and these moments that have happened since, they won't be the same team these next couple of weeks. So we want to see how they respond.
All right. Well, the piece of resistance is on the other side of the break. So let's go ahead and take a break and come back and talk about sports most unbreakable records. So if you got them, go ahead and pass it to the front. Get in them comments and get them up. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know what? I can't take it no more. Boom! Give me this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm sorry. I lost it there for a moment. I got tired of seeing the Saturday night WrestleMania commercials. So I gave you a commercial that you will see this show this week, Saturday morning, 11:30. It shall be myself. I think my guest is Hollywood, the 3-time, not the 1-time, not the 2-time, but the 3-time champion of the league. He's completed a 3-peat. So he's on the level with the Oklahoma Sooners women's softball team with the 3-peat. Also, there's an outside chance we do have a new coach jumping into the league, and he's going to be the person that I interview also. I think he's taking over Ohio State. I don't know if Joey has a nickname or if he's just going by Joey. So we got to get his origin story and get him in the business. But now, what we come to you with and what we try to do on Thursdays is we try to find something that's a conversation piece, something that everybody can contribute to. And you just don't have to hear our two voices. So with that being said, the Sideline Junkies, in conjunction with the Thursday Night Throwdown, we present to you records. And we're talking about records that we don't think we will see be broken. And if you think there's one that could be, say you disagree. And we can have a discussion about it. But I think we got a bunch of records right now that are a little bit out of the realm of people getting to and people being able to break. So with that being said, I'm the Midnight Rider. That's the host, the Big Guy KG, and I'm gonna let you, the Big Guy KG, take it over from here.
All right. Records that can't be unbreakable. It's plenty. Like I got a long list myself. So Anthony done reeled off a couple. Even if we got repeats, if you got them, just throw them up. Maddie even threw some in because he wouldn't be able to get to the show tonight, so he threw some in. So Midnight Rider, you want to start off with one?
I'm gonna go with the simplest and the easiest one. It's the Iron Man Kyle Ripken record. There's no one that's going to break that record. I think right now, I think the closest person is somewhere in like the 500s. So based on the way we play baseball nowadays, I don't see that even anybody coming close to that. So that's my number one.
My number one, Anthony said it. He stole my thunder. I ain't gonna lie, because he reeling them off. He stole my thunder. Was DiMaggio's 56 game hitting streak.
Mm.
That's one. Anthony also said Richard Petty's 288. What else did he have? Cy Young's 511 wins. We know that's out of reach. Cy Young with 5 dudes are not even getting. They're barely getting 175 to 200 in a career. 300 was a thing. Nolan Ryan's 5,650 strikeouts.
That's a great one.
That's a real good one. Now this one right here, Anthony, untouchable. Wilt Chamberlain's minutes per game record. I don't think that's going to be broken because of the load management bullshit that we have in the NBA. He played 48 and a half minutes in a season.
So I got one.
Go ahead.
So Nolan Ryan has 7 no-hitters. The way we see these pitchers not go far in the ball games, I think it's gonna be hard for that record to be broken. So I have no hitters as one of my records that I don't see being broken. What else you got?
Jerry Rice's 22,895 career receiving yards.
I can see that. Definitely can see that. Definitely can see that. Go to Maddie because Maddie had it was basically like just Wayne Gretzky review.
Where we at? Maddie had Unbreakable Gretzky records, 2,857 career points, considering second place is 936 off. What's that? 1,963 assists in the season. No, 163 assists in the season. In a season, even with regular season going to 84, no one is touching this. 92 goals in one season. No one has hit more than 70 since 1991. 215 points in a season. He scored 200 plus 4 times today. 100 points is a great season. Today, 100 points is a great season. And 50 goals in 39 games. Next closest is 50 and 49. And he has 1963. I think that's the assist record with 1,963 assists. Jeez. I mean, he's called the great one for a reason.
No, that's it. Yeah. 1963 is the assist record. Then there's some record that I mean, yeah, he's just put things out there that I don't think anybody's gonna really ever get to. I think the home run record might be safe. The Bonds one, not the one that everybody
wants. I was getting ready to ask which one.
I only claim one. I claim the one that I saw. You can't if you're not going to punish people for it, then you can't get mad at when people break. No, because you didn't enforce the rules. You were an accomplice. So don't go trying to no.
So don't change the rules. Is safe.
Yes. Okay. Because these guys aren't playing enough. I mean, the pitching is much better nowadays. So I can definitely say that I think that's safe. And if somebody gets there, then I'm happy for you, but I just don't see that being the case.
Anthony said Bill Russell's 11 championships as a player.
Oh,
I don't think nobody beats that as a player. But now here's the thing: he was a player coach the last 2 championships, but I don't think nobody beats that as a player.
I don't think you get 11 championships, period, as a player.
Nah.
I don't think anybody's gonna get close to that. I mean, we talking about guys with 6, and yeah, that's another great one, Anthony. Brett Favre's consecutive game record, for sure.
Tom Brady 7 Super Bowl wins.
Yeah, it's got a chance. It's got a chance. I'm gonna put it there. I don't know if it's gonna be dubious enough to stand the test of time, but yeah, I think that might stick. That might be a tough one.
Emmitt Smith 18,355, the all-time rushing record.
Yeah, I think so now too. I think that could be a tough one. Yeah.
I'm just rolling down my list. Barry Sanders 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons to start a career.
Okay. I'm not going to say no on that one, but I mean that's going to be tough. I think I don't know what my man Bijan got, but that's a possible.
Anthony said, I don't think Bobby or most of the Freshman of the Year awards is going to be broken in the NHL, and Martin Brodeur wins record as a goalie.
Okay.
And these Anthony, he reeling off a couple of mine too. Ricky Henderson's steal record and John Stockton's assist record. Not only his assist record all time, his most assists in the season and the average assists. He averaged 14 and a half assists for a season. That is hard as hell to maintain for a season when you have so much one-on-one basketball.
I don't know about that one.
And he said Patrick Mahomes already has 3. He just need 5 more to beat that. Does Dan Marino hold any records that never got broken? His biggest record was 50-84 and 48 touchdowns, and Manning broke that, and then Drew Brees broke it 4 or 5 times. So, Case Keenum NCAA career passing yards 19,217. I don't think anybody will ever score 100 points in a game in the NBA.
Unless they play somebody that's tanking.
Yeah. LeBron James all-time scoring record.
I don't know about that one. I think it's got a chance to stand the test of time, but I mean, you get another version of him. I mean, we say these guys are generational, so we just got to find the next version of that person in this generation or the next. So we may not see it broken, which is kind of the thought process behind this whole thing to begin with. Is I think there's some records that in our lifetimes we won't see get broken.
AC Green's 1,192 consecutive games played.
Oh, dog, I got nervous there. I thought you was gonna say his 1,000. I mean, his 100 and some odd games without getting. So, all right.
His whole NBA career, you mean?
Woo! Woo! I was a little worried there, buddy, where we was going.
We talked about Cy Young 511 career, and Nolan Ryan has 5,714 strikeouts.
Yep.
Cal Ripken 2632, Ricky Henderson 1,406 stolen bases.
I wonder what his single season record is, because I don't think that's gonna get touched.
I don't think that's gonna get touched either. I'll find that.
Yeah, I think his single season is safe. Even though they've made it a little bit easier to steal bases. But I mean, right now these guys get 70. And I think that's the big number. And Ricky would probably call him and say, Ricky would have had 70 by the All-Star break.
And then hang up on him. That's never not gonna be funny, man. The record is 130, set by the great Ricky Henderson in 1982. 130.
That's basically almost a steal a game. That's crazy.
Now that's the modern era. The absolute MLB record belongs to Hugh Nickel, who recorded 138 steals in 1887.
I remember Hugh. Hugh was a beast. Like, he would talk to you. Man.
Ichiro's 262 hits in a season.
Say that one more time.
Ichiro's 262 hits in a season.
That's possible. What's the one? There's I think career hits is another one that might. I think Pete Rose has the career hits.
Yeah, that nobody's catching that. That's 4,000 some odd.
Yeah, I think that's a toughie.
Let me make sure. Let me get the number right.
For some reason, I thought it was 41-21, but I could be wrong because the way this old brain works.
4,256.
Okay.
Couple of comments real quick. Anthony said, for me, I still have Kareem holding that record. I don't give a crap that LeBron physically has that record. He just outlasts Kareem with durability, and that's why he's able to break the record.
We can't play that game with records, man. Records are records.
Who has the most Defensive Player of the Year awards? Is that a record ever going to be broken in the NBA? I think what is that?
I think the alien might break that.
Who? Wemby?
Yeah.
Sassy MD girl said next lifetime.
That's a great song. I mean, I could go on and on about it, but I'm not. Because I'm not going to try to talk about it, and then you're going to ask me for a piece of my apple tree. Don't do that at all. And then I'm going to be staring in the sky at an orange moon. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my window seat. All right, I'm good.
See, that's the problem. You keep going on and on about $3.06. Andy said, who has the record for single season wins as a starter and most saves as a closer? Rivera got the most saves as a closer.
That's probably going to be no. Is it? Yeah, it might be him.
Clemens?
Single season record for wins. I think that's going to be a tough one. Whatever it is, I think it's like 21, somewhere between 21 and 25. So that's definitely an option for sure.
No, the all-time record. The all-time record is 60 wins
from 1890. What?
1884.
I knew it.
But the most recent record is 31 wins by Denny McClain in 68.
Okay.
Okay, we talked about Gretzky. Complete games in the NHL is 502 consecutive complete games by a goalie. 502 games. Complete.
Mm.
You go to soccer, Pele got 3 World Cup titles. Nobody's winning 3 of those.
That's somewhat attainable, but I'll couch that.
Okay. Usain Bolt running 9.58 seconds in the 100 meter. I think that's attainable.
Right. Because I just saw a kid in Texas. I think he's a junior in Texas. He ran a 9.88. A junior in high school. He also plays football. Wow. I think the only thing will hold him back is if he concentrates on football and doesn't run track like full time.
And Anthony, the most home runs in a single game is 4, and it's been accomplished 21 times in history. So that's a expansive record there. Bob Beeman's 1968 long jump record. That's always talked about when you talk Olympics. Michael Phelps, 23 Olympic gold medals.
Yes. Yes. I think he has the most medals in one single Olympics as well, and I think that's gonna be tough to break.
Now, here's one that I think is talked about a lot, and that's in boxing. 49-0. I'm like Anthony. 49-0 is the standard. 50-0 for Floyd Mayweather means nothing to me.
The record's the record.
But see, hold on. This is why I say that. This is where the record's invalid. His 50th fight was against Conor McGregor in an exhibition. That should not count as win 50. That was an exhibition to make money.
Every time we talk about boxing, somebody's got to pull up Rocky Marciano. He beat Joe Lewis's ass. Joe Lewis. I'm sorry.
Joe was 175 years old.
That's an automatic. I'm sorry, Dad.
If I had to choose most wins in a boxing career, you know who that is?
Are we talking about Sugar Ray Robinson?
No, he doesn't even have the most wins.
Who has the most wins? Is this the Jack Johnson?
Len Wickwar is universally recognized as the record for most wins in a professional boxing career with 340 victories.
Who?
Old boxer. Oh, from like
1800s again?
Nah, not that far.
1910?
No, 1924 to 1948.
Okay.
You had Willie Pep with 229 wins. Sugar Ray Robinson's third, 174. Now, as far as the knockout king, there's only one knockout king. That's the old mongoose, Archie Moore.
I don't know what we're doing here anymore.
What?
I know we said Unbreakable Records. I know what we said.
He had 131 official knockouts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only show where you'll hear about records from 1920, 1894. Somewhere in there, probably we got Kunta Kinte as one of the best boxers ever of all time. I don't know. I don't know where we're going right now. I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing here, KG?
Archie Moore is your knockout king.
Okay. All right, I'll take your word for
it. I mean, this is one thing when I tell people, I say, one of the things that growing up in the era we grew up with, when you went to the barbershop and you heard the stories, but then when you picked up the books and you started reading the books,
right,
you was like, oh, that's what they talking about. And then we got ESPN Classic and they would show old fights. But then when we got YouTube, being able to see the stuff that I read about as a kid, it was a fight that Sugar Ray Robinson had. He threw 23 punches, and I think they said 7 seconds. Like the fastest hands. They say he could backpedal and knock you out with the same force by a backpedaling as he could as standing straight up. Seeing that, I was like, yeah, I think he's the greatest of all time. Because everybody, Ali patterned himself after him. Floyd Mayweather patterned himself after him. Everybody patterns themselves after Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Leonard did. Everybody does it. So, I'm just saying.
Okay. Hello, lovely.
You got any more?
I don't have anything else. After you had gone to 1894, I refuse to participate in this anymore.
We pulling out records that are unbreakable here. Anthony said, I think the youngest professional fighter to win a professional heavyweight title in boxing is Wilfredo Gomez at 16.
Good God.
Youngest heavyweight champion. Nope.
No, he said professional fighter to win a professional heavyweight title. Depends, because you got the YMCA, the WBO,
yeah,
the USF. So that quite possibly could have changed in the last few years. Because I know at one point it was Tyson.
Yeah, it's Tyson at 20. What was he? 20 years old and 4 months. Because he broke Floyd Patterson's record. And what's crazy, Floyd Patterson was trained by Cus D'Amato as well. So Cus D'Amato trained the two youngest world heavyweight champions. And he said most consecutive rounds without getting knocked out is 93 fights, and it's held by George Cavallo.
What are we doing? George Cavallo.
Oh man,
this is a great topic, but you guys have taken me to a realm of obscurity that I didn't think we was going to get to.
Well, I mean, we talking records, man. Records go pretty goddamn far. So, well, let's go ahead and wrap that shit up, B. We know what the Saturday schedule is looking like. We got the Gridiron at 11:30. We got the WrestleManiacs at 9. Coming back after a short hiatus. Sunday we got the Sunday Rise, which leads you into Memorial Day, which is Monday. So 3-day weekend. No shows on the network on Monday. I guess we can show reruns just to keep everybody abreast and keep everything going.
I think we should have not a Junkies Greatest Hits, but like we should try to get every show to pick their best show, and we put that show on during Monday. So like, see if we can get like whatever drive time I think is the best drive time show, Unapologetic's best show, which I think is going to be the GOAT show. Whatever we think one of our favorite Tuesday shows, one of the best Nothing But Nets, and go like that, and we just kind of put them on rotation.
Had to work that out.
Yeah,
have to work that out. So, other than that, man, I think we're good. It's 8:28, so we still got we got playoffs right now. Let me check in. Let me do a live check in real quick.
Cleveland,
the Canadians, huh?
I was gonna say the Cleveland 20, the Knicks 15. It's been kind of an odd beginning to this game. I swear to God, Karl Anthony Towns. If there was no Joel Embiid, Towns would get you all for his ability to fall on the floor every time he goes to the basket.
Oh my God, Midnight Rider! Why would you say something like that?
God damn it! You got me. Oh, you got me.
How much time left? I mean, we in the first quarter. How much time left?
Yeah, first quarter. We got 3:42 left in the quarter, and guess who just fell again?
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
Hey, start calling that boy the Mop, man. Give him Phil Jackson's name, the Mop.
Put one of them little dust busters on his back or something, so that way he can wipe the floor as he falls every time.
The Canadians are up 2-1 in the first period over the Hurricanes. It's about 13:37 to go. So we got a lot of it. George Cavallo fought with Joe Frazier, Sonny Liston, George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, and Ken Norton, and they never knocked him out. Wilfredo Gomez turned pro at 15, and he won the title at 115 at 16 years old.
So then he wouldn't be a heavyweight.
It wouldn't be a heavyweight, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been a fun show. Next week, we'll have another topic that we can really discuss because we got a list. I'm Midnight Rider and put out so much stuff. Maybe, we can discuss next week? 2 things. We can do a double dose. Why do you hate Eddie Jones so much? And why do you hate Cal Ripken so much?
No, we're not doing that show because that's not going to involve the people enough. We got to give the people what they want. We are the People's Podcast. This is not solely about the Midnight Rider, his proclivities when it comes to certain people that he dislikes.
Oh, now it's not about the Midnight Rider. All right.
I mean, you've seen the commercials. All the commercials got the WrestleManiacs. So obviously, I'm not.
Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this Friday Eve show. We told you it was gonna be good. We told you it was gonna be a bomb burner, and this right here was it. So, for the Midnight Rider, I'm the big guy, KG. Thank you for joining us, Anthony. In the comments, there's another comment in
Miss,
there. Hold on,
we got Miss Sassy, MD
MD.
girl.
Yeah,
Who else?
thank
There was
you.
somebody else. I thought.
No, that was it.
Oh,
That
okay.
was it.
All right. Well,
Uh,
and then let's thank all the 9 people that are watching at home and
yeah.
the thousands in attendance. And never mind. I was about to get Michael Buff on you, but we good.
Everybody that's watching that didn't comment, man, don't be shy. We don't bite. Come on in here and comment. So, until next time, we are the Sideline Junkies, and this has been the Thursday Night Throwdown. Good night, and God bless.